welcome to the warm-up for this cycle. We are going to be starting on the ground for supine breathing. Supine means on your back. So we like knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Straight legs is a little bit harder on your back. So we're just going to protect the back. We're going to go hands to belly button. 3-second inhale, 6-second exhale. I really like in through the nose, out through the mouth. Alright guys, from this position we're going to go from hands on our belly button and we're going to bring our hands up into a W position and we're going to do what we call floor side. So I'm going to show you it in the correct position and then I'll show you what my arms are doing. So it's W, pinching the elbows down, to Y. Oh, look at my camera recorder, they're so awesome. So floor side is W to Y, reaching those arms up. Say you can't touch elbows on the ground or hands on the ground. You're going in the range of motion that you can complete. So like if you get stuck somewhere or like maybe it hurts, stay out of the pain zone, but work on opening up those shoulders. Keeping the canister neutral. We don't want to be in this big arch doing these floor sides. Keep yourself nice and tucked. Find the canister. W to Y. We want to go about 5 to 8 reps here. You know, you can always pause if I'm going too fast or zip zip. That's fast forward. If I'm too slow, I might be. All right, from here, we're gonna roll into quadruped position. So quadruped, hands, knees, and toes. Like, okay, that's not really 4 positions. It's 6 positions, not quad. We're going to take our right hand and we're gonna put our right hand on our ribs. We're gonna inhale and tuck in, exhale and rotate open. And we're thinking 5 reps on each side. Inhale and reach, exhale and rotate. Working that upper spot of our back. You can even sit down if you're having issues and you think you're rotating through your hips. We can go this way and tuck back to get a little more rotation through that T-spine, taking our hips out of the equation. And switch sides. Guys, these are really hard for me. Back and that T-spine rotation, that's why it's super important to practice these. All right, next, in the same position we're in, we're gonna go bird dog hold. So we're here, hands under shoulders, knees under our hips. We're gonna do a bird dog and we're gonna hold for 2 to 3 seconds and then bring it back in. And we're gonna switch sides. Notice my toe slides on the floor, my arm is up by my head, and my toe can lift or sit down, but we don't want it up here. 2, maybe 3 inches above the ground, holding and switching, or your toe can't plant. Watch that we don't sink here. We want to keep nice, solid canister position in this one as well. All right, we want 2 to 3, maybe a little more on each side, but make sure your sides are even. Next, we're going to go into a Spider-Man down dog. So I'm going to start high plank, and then I'm going to kick into down dog. So high plank, down dog, and then I'm going to just step right leg outside right hand. And this is where I'm going to kind of play, maybe a little circle, side to side, hold. Maybe I'm going to drop the back knee and push, kind of whatever you need to do to warm up. Step back, back into down dog, stepping at left leg outside of left hand, maybe dropping the knee again, and then back in. In this down dog, I'm going to pedal out my feet a little bit, let the heels sink down to the ground, feeling that tension in my calves. Maybe I'm going to go a little more flowy. Whatever you need to open your hips into prep. This is a little bit different for everyone, so don't feel like you have to move at my pace. Maybe you go a little slower. Maybe you hold. Maybe it looks more like this, where you step, and then you are here, and you're back down, and then you switch for this way. So a couple different variations for you. From here, we're going to bring it up to standing. 1 leg reaching deadlifts. So I like to get in my kickstand deadlift position to do these. So I'm going to do them all on one side and then all on the other. Reaching and back. And then going back into this kickstand position. So So I'm never transferring my weight back onto my right leg. Right now it's all on my left. Never changing that transition. Reaching forward, keeping those hips nice and square. 4 or 5 reps on each side. Kickstand position and reach. Woo. Balance is hard too sometimes. Soft bend in the knee again. We don't want to watch that we're not locked out. We want to keep that soft bend. All right. And then we have lunge matrix. So we're going to do 3 on each side. So I'm going to do all on one side and then all on the other. Lunge matrix. Forward, lateral, rotational. Forward, lateral, and rotational. So I'm not doing the reverse lunge. This toe is facing this way, this toe is facing this way, and I'm lunging into where I step. And notice how this is really flowy. I'm not getting stuck in either position, in any position. I'm able to move through them. No long holds. And then we're switching sides. So forward lunge, lateral lunge, and then opening up the hips to rotational lunge. Starting to sweat, guys, doing the warm-up right. Maybe you need to warm up in a sweatshirt if you aren't sweating during the warm-up. So there's your 3, and then we're gonna kick it off, wrap it up with some jumping jacks, or stepping jacks, or maybe seal jacks, depending on where you are. And there's your warm-up. Let's work out.